Microsoft announced what we already know. The Xbox Series X will launch in November. Let's take a closer look. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So Microsoft has come out with a statement and confirmed that the new Xbox will launch this November. Now we already knew that it would, but in these uncertain times it is nice to have that confirmation. Now there's quite a lot to unpack here. We are hearing rumors of a 6 November launch date, a price announcement possibly being pushed back to September, and Microsoft trying to find a replacement for the massive gap Halo Infinite left. So before we get into all of that, let's just start at the beginning. Aaron Greenberg via his Twitter page released the Xbox Wire article written by Walt Tuttle, and this is what they had to say regarding the launch of the Xbox Series X this November. So they start off by addressing Halo Infinite delay, and that we already know by this point, and then they go on to say that even in the absence of Master Chief, there will still be plenty to keep us busy this holiday. Thousands of games spanning over 4 generations and over 100 games optimized for the Xbox Series X. Next generation features like ray tracing, quick resume and frame rates up to 120 frames per second, only possible through the power of Xbox Series X. We will also be getting new games developed for the Xbox Series X that will be launching with Game Pass, like Medium, which I am really excited for, Scorn, which looks interesting, I don't know what to make of it yet, and also Tetris Effect. Microsoft is also putting a lot of focus on backwards compatibility. PlayStation have the advantage when it comes to third-party exclusives, but backwards compatibility, Xbox is hitting it out of the park. Thousands of games will be available day one. Now we know this console will launch in November. The question is when in November. According to Tom Warren from The Verge, it will be 6 November. As you might know by now, last week a next generation white controller was leaked. Well, the person who bought the controller sent an image of the box to Tom Warren, and on there it says not to be sold or displayed before 6 November. So that could be the release date for the Xbox Series X, and that could be big for Microsoft. For the current generation, the PlayStation 4 was released a week before the Xbox One and for $100 cheaper. That gave Sony a great head start. If Xbox can release a week before PlayStation with a cheaper price, which we know they are planning on doing, they could get the head start that they need to close that gap. And that actually brings me to the price, because we have been hearing that both Sony and Microsoft will be revealing their price in August, while now an insider is suggesting that the price reveal for the Xbox will be pushed back to September, and that is a bit frustrating. We do need to know what the prices of these consoles will be, and both companies are just playing chicken right now, which is why Microsoft is pushing their date back, possibly until September. They are determined to have Sony go first and then undercut their price. Now with the delay of Halo Infinite, the Xbox launch lineup did take a massive hit. Well, Phil Spencer might be trying to fill that gap, no pun intended. Nothing confirmed yet, just whispers, but they might be trying to approach a few third-party developers for an exclusivity deal. That is something they should definitely be doing more. There are even some talks that they are trying to get Cyberpunk 2077, not exclusively of course, but for the game to launch on Game Pass day one. Overall, it will be interesting to see how things play out in August. There are many things that they are planning and lots of information that we still need. The biggest, I would say, is the price, and I hope that we will be getting that announcement soon. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.